Welcome to the Fall 2024 Michigan Medicine Adult Memorial Service, entitled Stars Are Opening in the Sky Where Loved Ones Shine. My name is Reverend Christina Wright, and I'm the Associate Director of Spiritual Care at Michigan Medicine, and I've had the privilege of chairing a group of staff members who have been working for several months to put today's event together for you. We are grateful to be able to gather in person. We are also live streaming this memorial service, so welcome to those who are watching online. If you are online, please look in the chat and on our website, and you will be able to view the program for today's event. For those of you unable to join us today, this service will be available in a few weeks online to screen at a time of your choosing. We are connected. Whether you are here in this room, here virtually, we remain united in honoring loved ones who have died from July 2023 through June 2024. Not only do we grieve together as we remember our loved ones, but we also hope together as we celebrate their light and their life. While we formally celebrate the love and light of our loved ones today, you can also remember them when you look up into the stars at night, knowing that one of those stars is named in their honor. The name of the star for this year is Saudade. It's a Portuguese word for love that remains, sadness for missing someone loved, and happiness for experiencing their love. And if you look at the back of the program, you can see the name and coordinates of the star that we have named in honor of your loved ones this year. You can use those coordinates to locate the star online if you would like. I would like to point out for those online that the chat is live now, and moderators will be posting links to resources as well as the star coordinates. On behalf of the Adult Memorial Committee, I want to thank all of our speakers, our readers, our musicians, and all of those who have volunteered to help make today's program possible. But most of all, thanks to each one of you for being with us and allowing us to honor and remember your loved ones with you. As we focus our hearts and our minds on being here today, I am reminded of the different paths that we each have taken to be here. For some of you, your loved one died over a year ago, and you have experienced a full year of seasons, holidays, special moments without their physical presence. For others, the grief is newer, perhaps saying goodbye just a few months ago. Some of your loved ones died suddenly, while perhaps others journeyed through long illness. It is my hope that by gathering here today, you not only have the opportunity to remember and honor your loved one, but that you also feel a connection to the hundreds of each other that are gathered here. That you may experience this as a place where you could acknowledge your loss and grief and look for hope for the future. As we move into the first poem, I'd like to invite you to take a moment of silence where you breathe deeply and you trust and feel that all of you is welcome in this space. You are safe for whatever emotions may arise within you. May you feel held by each other and the presence of your loved ones. Take a moment to breathe. Thank you. At this time, we will begin with our first poem, which will be read by Chaplain Mariam Ashraf. It's titled The Wake by Rita Dove. Mariam?
The Wake by Rita Dove. Your absence distributed itself like an invitation. Friends and relatives kept coming, trying to fill up the house, but the rooms still gaped, the green hanger swaying empty, and the head of the table demanded a plate. When I sat down in the armchair, your warm breath fell over my shoulder. When I climbed to bed, I walked through your blind departure. The others stayed downstairs, trying to cover the silence with weeping. When I lay down between the sheets, I lay down in the cool waters of my own womb and became the child inside, innocuous as a button, helplessly growing. I slept because it was the only thing I could do. I even dreamed. I couldn't stop myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Chaplain Mariam. To welcome us on behalf of nursing leadership, I'd like to invite John Swerple to the stage. John is the clinical nursing director for one of our adult inpatient units, 6B, which is an internal medicine unit. Welcome, John.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Christina. I appreciate that. Again, I'm John Swerple. I'm the clinical nursing director and also adjunct clinical instructor at the University of Michigan School of Nursing. I'm humbled and honored today to have the opportunity to speak at this year's memorial service. So with that, I say good afternoon and welcome to our annual Michigan Medicine Memorial Service. We gather here today to honor and remember the lives of those we lost over this past year. Each person we commemorate was unique with their own story, their own impact on the world, and their own special place in the hearts of those who loved them. As we reflect on the lives of our departed loved ones, we also recognize the profound impact of the caregivers who supported them during their final journey. In particular, I'd like to take a moment to highlight the extraordinary role that nurses play in the lives of patients and families. Nurses are often described as the heart of healthcare, and definitely for good reasons. They are the ones who spend the most time with patients, providing not just medical care, but also emotional support, comfort, and companionship. Their impact extends far beyond the physical aspects of healing. Our nurses at Michigan Medicine demonstrate unwavering compassion in the face of challenging circumstances. They hold the hands of frightened patients, offer words of encouragement during difficult treatments, and provide reassurance presence during moments of uncertainty. Their empathy and kindness create an environment where patients feel seen, heard, and valued. The impact of nursing care extends to families as well. Nurses serve as a bridge between patients, families, and the medical team. They explain complex medical information in understandable terms, answer questions patiently, and provide updates that help families stay informed and involved in their loved ones' care. In times of crisis, nurses offer emotional support to family members, helping them navigate the stress and anxiety that often accompanies a loved one's illness. Perhaps nowhere is the impact of nursing more profound than in the end-of-life care. Our nurses approach this sacred time with deep respect and sensitivity. They ensure that patients are comfortable and pain-free, preserve their dignity, and create an environment of peace and tranquility. For families, nurses provide guidance, support, and a compassionate presence during the most difficult moments. The care provided by our nurses leaves a lasting impression on patients and families. Long after a hospital stay or a loved one's passing, families often remember the kindness, dedication, and professionalism of nurses who cared for their loved ones. These memories become a source of comfort and gratitude, helping families find solace in knowing that their loved ones receive the best possible care. As we remember those we've lost, let us also acknowledge the incredible impact of our nursing staff. Their tireless efforts, compassionate care, and unwavering dedication have touched countless lives and provide comfort during life's most challenging moments. Today, I'd like to share a personal story with you. One that reminds us of the profound importance of having loved ones by our side during a time of loss. I was blessed to grow up in a very large family. Well, I would have to say large and loving family of 9 children, and surrounded by the warmth of our devoted parents who shared 56 years of marriage. However, in the midst of such love, we faced heart-wrenching challenges that became one of my most earliest and most poignant memories. My oldest brother, Steve, a talented musician with a very bright future ahead of him, was diagnosed with cancer at the tender age of 24. We lost him far too soon at the University of Michigan. During that overwhelmingly sad and frightened time, it was the unwavering support, love, and kindness of our family and friends that became our beacon of hope. Their presence reminded us that we're not alone in our grief. As we gather here today to honor and remember, I want to emphasize the importance of allowing others to support you through your own journey of loss. The grieving process is very deeply personal and with its own stages and rhythms, but please remember that you need not walk this path alone. While nothing can truly fill the void left by a loved one's loss, the compassion and understanding of those around you can provide comfort and strength as you navigate through your grief. In times of sorrow, let us remember the healing power of human connection and the solace that we can find in each other's arms. Now, let us turn our thoughts to those that we've gathered here today to remember. Each person we honor was more than a patient. They were someone's parent, child, sibling, friend, or partner. They were individuals who touched our lives in unique ways, leaving behind legacies of love, laughter, and cherished memories. As we call out their names, let us celebrate the lives they lived and the impact that they had on all of us. Let us find comfort in our shared memories and in the knowledge that their spirit lives on through the lives they've touched. In closing, I invite you all to take a moment of silence. Thank you. Let us reflect on the lives we're honoring today, the care they received, and the love that surrounds us all, even in times of loss. I want to thank you very much for being here today to remember and celebrate these precious lives. Thank you.
Thank you, John. And now I'd like to welcome Hannah Casson, who is a medical student in her 4th year with us. Hannah will read the poem Heavy by Mary Oliver.
Heavy by Mary Oliver. That time, I thought I could not go any closer to grief without dying. I went closer, and I did not die. Surely God had his hand in this, as well as friends. Still, I was bent, and my laughter, as the poet said, was nowhere to be found. Then said my friend Daniel, brave even among lions, "It's not the weight you carry, but how you carry it. Books, bricks, grief. It's all in the way. You embrace it, balance it, carry it. When you cannot and would not put it down." So I went practicing. Have you noticed? Have you heard the laughter that comes now and again out of my startled mouth? How I linger to admire the things of this world that are kind and maybe also troubled. Roses in the wind, the sea geese on the steep waves, to love to which there is no reply.
Thank you, Hannah. I now have the pleasure of introducing our physician speaker, Dr. Ross Blank. Dr. Blank is the co-director of the Surgical Intensive Care Unit here at Michigan Medicine and a clinical associate faculty in the Department of Anesthesiology. Dr. Ross has cared for many patients and their families throughout difficult medical journeys, including moments at end of life. We welcome Dr. Blank.
Thank you very much for inviting me to this memorial. Welcome to everyone. My name is Ross Blank. I have been an anesthesiologist and intensive care specialist at Michigan Medicine since 2008. My specialties, anesthesiology and surgical intensive care, are focused on survival in the operating room and in the ICU after major surgery. I have been trained myself, and I teach learners to provide excellent clinical care, to relieve pain and anxiety, to stabilize vital signs, to resuscitate, to support failing organs, to prolong life. But humility is ever present at the same time. It must be ever present. Survival is not always possible. We, and I mean my team and I in the hospital, do not always have the control we have studied, the control that we desire. A fundamental part of our specialty is recognizing when we must engage our patients, and more often our patients' loved ones, many of whom are here today, in difficult conversations about end of life, about management of symptoms, about comfort measures. These are the conversations I find the hardest, and also the conversations of which I am the proudest. They are the saddest and the most inspirational, devastating and full of humor and dignity and life. They may be our best glimpses into the lives of our patients who do not survive. You gathered here are the loved ones. You are the ones who entrust us, entrust me with your loved ones. I meet them at their most vulnerable, and I strive to pilot them to home. In the intensive care unit, near the end, when home may no longer be possible, They often are unable to speak for themselves. We look to you. You show us photos, how they really look. You share their stories, their individualities, their idiosyncrasies, their personalities. What would they say and do if they could speak and act right now? You become the voices, the advocates. We hear, we listen, we try to learn, we celebrate and honor and cry and smile. I'm sorry for your losses. I wish the outcomes were different, had been different. I hope sincerely that we treated you as partners. I hope that we explained clearly and compassionately. I hope that death came with dignity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Blank. Next, I'd like to bring to the stage Chaplain L.J. Brazier. L.J. will read a poem entitled Streets by Naomi Shihab Nye. L.J.?
Streets. A man leaves the world, and the streets he lived on grow a little shorter. One more window dark in this city, the figs on his branches will soften for birds. If we stand quietly enough evenings, there grows a whole company of us, standing quietly together. Overhead, loud grackles are claiming their trees, and the sky, which sows and sows, tirelessly sowing, drops her purple hem. Each thing in its time, in its place. It would be nice to think the same about people. Some people do. They sleep completely, waking refreshed. Others live in two worlds, the lost and remembered. They sleep twice, once for the one who is gone, once for themselves. They dream thickly, dream double. They wake from a dream into another one. They walk the short streets, calling out names, and then they answer.
Thank you, LJ. We now enter a very special time in this service, a time when we have the privilege to honor and remember your loved ones, to cherish their memories and to celebrate their light, where they become individual people with lives and loves and stories of their own. As you see the name and photo of your loved one, we invite you to raise your tea lights in witness to their life and their memory. Thank you for sharing your loved ones with us. It's a gift to stand from this angle and to watch your lights shine. I invite you once more to shine your lights together and to look around at the light that is in this space. You all gathered together and the light of your loved ones continuing on. Thank you. For our final poem, I would like to welcome Kelly Shepard Bowser. Kelly is one of our chaplain students, and she will read a poem entitled Train Ride by Ruth Stone.
Train ride. All things come to an end. Small calves in Arkansas, the bend of the muddy river. Do all things come to an end? No, they go on forever. They go on forever. The swamp, the vine-choked cypress, the oaks, rattling last year's leaves, the thump of the rails, the kite, the still white, stilted heron. All things come to an end. The red clay bank, the spread hawk, the bodies riding this train, the stalled truck, pale sunlight, the talk goes on forever. The wide, dry field of geese, a man stopped near his porch to watch. Release, release. Between cold death and a fever, send what you will, 'cause I will listen. All things come to an end? No, they go on forever.
With Kelly's reading, I invite you to take this time to continue reflecting on your loved one and the ways that you allow their light to continue to shine in the world as we listen to our musicians offer the parting glass.
So we'd like to offer two traditional Celtic songs that are often sung when somebody is departing and leaving loved ones and friends behind. Oh, all the money e'er I had, I spent it in good company, and all the harm I've ever done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit, to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Oh, all the comrades ere I had, they're sorry for my going away, and all the sweethearts ere I but since it falls onto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I gently rise and softly call, good night and joy be with you all.
A special thank you to all of our musicians for bringing us music that speaks to our souls in places deeper than words can reach. As a chaplain, I have the gift of encountering patients and families in a variety of moments of life. Sometimes I meet you in moments of fear, sometimes in moments of joy and gratitude, sometimes in moments of uncertainty or anger, sadness, fear. In all of those encounters, I have friends and family that will often ask me, how do you, day after day, continue to sit with folks who are experiencing loss? And my answer varies a bit, but it always includes what a privilege it is to be invited into our patients' and families' lives, to be welcomed into the most vulnerable, tender spaces, and allowed the opportunity to accompany you and your loved ones. It is with that deep gratitude and awareness of the sacred experience we have all gone through together that I thank you for being here and allowing us to remember your loved ones, for the opportunity to care for them and for the ability to help their light shine in the world. As you exit this space, may you feel their presence. May the service today offer a bit of healing on your journey. May you know that you are not alone in whatever emotion arises within you. And I pray you may experience peace and comfort as you depart. As you leave, you are welcome to gather and enjoy light refreshments. There will be a place to leave your tea light if you would like to do so. For those of you watching online, thank you as well for participating. Everyone who registered today will receive an email in a few weeks with a link to this service so that you may watch it at any time you choose and you may share it with those you wish. On behalf of all of the folks who have contributed to today's service, our staff, our volunteers, thank you again for being here. I invite you to leave from this space feeling held and seeing the light of your loved one with you. Peace be with you.